I'm Quana, and today I'll be showing you how I achieve a Flexi rod set using the Cantu leave-in conditioner with argan oil. I'm going to be using these Flexi rods I got from Sally's beauty store. I don't remember what size they are, but they're not the smallest ones you can get. I think they're a medium size. I have my hair in two sections, and I'm going to work on one side, splitting it into smaller sections. I'm going to start off by applying the leave-in conditioner to each section, especially focusing on my ends. Notice that I'm really taking my time to smooth this through. After I've applied the product, I'm going to take the Flexi rod, and this is kind of a method here and you just have to watch it. I can't really explain it, but you're going to wrap your hair around the rod as tightly as you can and as smoothly as you can. Once you've done that, you're going to bend the ends to hold the hair into place. And now I'm going to use the Eco Celery Gel to kind of catch all those flyaways and also especially wrap my ends around the Flexi rod. So I'm just going to repeat this process throughout my whole head, and guys, this takes me so long. After a while of doing this, I decided to bring out my Denman brush, and I'm using my Denman brush to really just detangle my hair and especially detangle my ends and smooth my ends out because that's the driest part of my hair and it needed a little more attention. Having really smooth and detangled ends is key to getting a really good Flexi rod set because if your ends are not detangled or smooth, it's going to look terrible. I've done a Flexi rod set once before and my ends weren't as smooth and my hair came out decent for the most part, but my ends were not up to the same standard as the rest of my head. So when I started out, my hair was pretty damp, and as I started to work, of course my hair started to dry. So when I felt it was necessary, I would just add water to the section because the wetter the section is, the easier it'll smooth around the Flexi rod. You don't want your hair to be super wet because if it's super wet, then it'll take way longer to dry. guys, this was taking so long. I was halfway through and I hit that point where I was debating, was this really worth it? And I debated some more, but I managed to push through because of course this is going to be worth it. I wasn't wasting my time or energy for nothing. Here's a helpful tip. If you're like me and you change how you part your hair all the time, it's best that you make those parts before you flexi rod your hair. So that's what you see me doing here. I'm making multiple parts, that way if I decide throughout the day I don't like how my hair is parted, I can change it without messing up my hair. Whew. Okay, finally finished. My arms are burning and everything, but I'm done now. And so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take my blow dryer and blow dry my hair for a little bit just to set it right before I go to bed. And oh my gosh, that night I did not sleep great. I had to sleep pretty, and you know sleeping pretty is very uncomfortable. Okay, it's the next morning, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to start off with some olive oil. I like to use olive oil. You can use any type of oil you want to use, whether it's coconut oil, argan oil, whatever oil, but I'm going to be using the oil to keep the frizz down while I take my hair out of the flexi rods. Taking the flexi rods out, it was kind of a challenge at first, but after a while you kind of get used to the motion of doing it, and you kind of want to unravel it the way the curl is going and then flip it back over. I don't know if that makes sense, but just watch it and you'll understand. Now that all the flexi rods are out of my hair, I'm going to start one coil at a time, and I'm going to take the end of it and kind of extend it. And when you do that, it kind of already pre-separates, and you're just going to pull it apart gently and then coil it back. That way it's nice and springy still. For the most part, my hair was pretty dry, but I did have one section on this side of my head that was kind of damp, so it did come out a little frizzy, unfortunately, but I did manage to cover it up with the rest of my hair, and you'll see that. Alright, all my coils have been separated, and now I'm just going to take out my pick and kind of lift my roots to give it a little bit more volume. Fun fact, I'm kind of an indecisive person, and so you see me struggling deciding which side I want to part my hair on, and that's exactly why I made multiple parts. That way I had options if I didn't like it one particular way. Guys, look at that bounce. I love it so much. Okay, since I started out in the beginning with two large sections, I do have a middle part down the back of my head, and I just want to make sure I cover that up by picking it out, but not too much to where I'm creating frizz, just enough to close that part. Now it's time for my favorite part, edges. I'm going to lay my edges using Eco Styler. Look at that. Those are the perfect edges, guys. Alright, so I am officially done, and here's the full look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video and like how this look turned out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and share this video if you like what I'm doing. Bye!